What up, YouTube? What y'all on this Saturday night? Friday night, Saturday morning, or whatever. I'm just up, got a lot on my mind, thinking real hard too. But anyhow, the reason why I wanted to go live, because what's on my mind is the legal system. I've been thinking about doing a podcast for my sister that's doing time right now. Just, you know, tell me what y'all think about this. You a single mother living in a racist city, in a racist state. Well, I say in a racist city in a part of a state, in Illinois, in Danville. Man, my sister was being harassed by local gang members. When she first moved down there in 2015, she got into an altercation with a guy in a family, and they got this guy involved. So this little guy that got involved was known in the hood as a hitter. And everybody know what a hitter is. Pretty much gunslinging ass, dumbass little motherfucker. But anywho, so she gets into it. Well, her kids gets into it, and they involve this dude. You know what I'm saying? So for like 2 years, the dude had been harassing her kids and her pretty much like any chance he get. And whenever he see him, you know what I'm saying, brandishing guns and all types of shit. So like in February of 2017, my nieces got into an altercation with, family members or whatever in a little complex in Danville, in the Fair Oaks complex housing project. It's like a project in Danville. So the females that my nieces got into it with was grown because they wanted to get involved in their kids' altercation or whatever the case may be. And it was an incident where these same gang members, one being the name Slice, I'll tell y'all about him in detail leading into this conversation. But anywho, um, they had an altercation, and the guy Slice ended up robbing my nephew and his cousin and chasing them in the house and kicked in my sister's door and threatened them, basically telling them that they better not be seen at the Netta store. And it's like a local convenience store out there in the Fair Oaks projects out there in Danville, like right across the street or something, like right at the corner or something like that. But anywho, my sister had been calling the police, trying to get police reports and everything. But what was crazy is they'd tell her that they couldn't really do a report because it was kids involved. So you know what's crazy is, and because she didn't know names of these people that was harassing her kids, they weren't trying to offer her no help because they stand that they wouldn't know who to go look for in that sense. Like basically just saying fuck you and your kids. You know what I'm saying? We can't help you. And that's this law enforcement in Danville. Now mind you, Danville is considered a racist city in Illinois, in the southern part of Illinois, whatever. So throughout this time, like over the years, that 2 year period, she had accumulated many police reports about these same gang members that was harassing her family or whatnot. So after the little altercation in February of 2017, it seems like the harassing got worse. You know what I'm saying? They were really coming at my sister and her kids real hard with, though she was calling the police like every other day. Police study telling her the same thing. So one particular day I was on the phone with her and she she was in an uproar. She was mad, she was cussing, and she was saying that how the little niggas had kicked her door in. So I'm like, what do you mean? So I hear a whole bunch of hoorah, hoorah, hoorah in the background while I'm on the phone with her. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean somebody just kicked your door in? She said, these niggas just kicked my door in chasing Sean and Lil Real. Really? So I tell her then, I say, well, shit, call the police. So it's woo woo. So the police get there. While I'm on the phone, they tell her she has two options because they don't know who they're looking for. She could pack her kids up and find somewhere else to go, or she could do what she got to do, basically. Now, I heard the officer say this to her while I was on the phone with her. And what was crazy is it's like this what you tell her. A black woman that's raising 8 kids. That's what you tell her. So, with that being said, like come April, my niece and her brother, got into a little minor car accident. No damage was done to neither car. Period. One no scratches, wasn't no bumps, wasn't no dents or nothing in the cars. When the dude sliced, noticed that it was my little nephew, Rashawn, who he had chased in the house in February, which was a couple of months prior to this incident. He now trying to take the keys out the ignition of the car, committing a motherfucking crime. I'm gonna get deep into this more so once I'm just giving everybody the gist of the story of what happened. But anywho, once he realized it was my nephew, he figured he could just take the fucking car. Like, really though. Like, he was a boss like that. But the people in Danville was so terrified of this dude that they wouldn't say shit, even if they did see something. They not calling the police. They not telling on him because if they did, he had on whack, basically. You know what I'm saying? And that was the type of little nigga he was. And that's the type of uh, uh, a persona he put off to these people in Danville. Like, he was a killer, and he was. He was known for doing hits. He was wanted for questioning in the murder of one of the law officials. I think a relative of an official. Her name was Mary Thompson. Mary Thompson was 30 years old and she was found shot in the head in the car not far from the Fair Oaks housing projects, if not in the Fair Oaks housing projects. Again, I will go into deep details about certain things that I'm speaking of now because what I'm about to tell y'all is the reason why I'm going so hard for her because I feel like she don't need to be where she is, and at the end of the day, she has to get out of there. Like, seriously though, this has to stop one way or another. But anywho, so when they when he was trying to take the keys and everything out the car, uh, somehow, some way, he ended up leaving and running to the house. Now, like I said, the Netta store is like directly at the corner of the housing projects, like not even a whole block. If anybody know what a block is, it's like a mile. Uh, Not even a half of a mile, maybe a quarter mile away from the entrance to where he was going to. So in the midst of him running home, his sister was left at the scene with the dude's slice or whatever. And it was a couple of females that was outside the store as well. One female by the name of Cassandra or Kashonda, and they call her KK, decided to take out her phone and record. And the title of her recording through this incident was "Is Going Down in Dirty Oaks." Okay, so with that recording on Facebook that she had started, she got the attention of a friend of my sister, which knew the victim. Well, I say a victim then in the Facebook or whatever. So she went to the scene. When she got to the scene, she was trying to talk the guy slice down, telling him that, you ain't got to do all this. You could just let her go. She ain't got nothing to do with this. And he kept saying, no, fuck that. She gonna give me some money. Give me $40. Give me $50. They're gonna give me something. So in the midst of Ray Ray trying to talk him down, you know what I'm saying? I guess my nephew either ran home and told my sister what was going on at the store. So when my sister got to the store, of course, she went to protect her kids. First and foremost, she's a single black mother with 8 kids. her youngest being 6 years old at the time she was incarcerated. All the time, when she gets to the scene, she asks the dude to give her daughter back her car keys. He said he wasn't giving her shit. He wanted money. And he wanted money for damage that wasn't even done. Was no damage done to neither car. Like I said from the beginning, he just noticed that it was a family that he've always been into it with. So with that being said, he decided to take it into his own hands to not give up the keys. So when he sent his boys off and told them to go get them thumpers, meaning go get them guns, the dudes hopped in the same car that was supposedly been in this accident and took off to go get them thumpers. When my sister heard him say that, she pulled the trigger. She shot him in fear of her life and her daughter's life because she already know what type of person that he was from prior altercations. Now, with that being said, when she shot him, he fell. He got up. He got in the car with someone else that was at the scene and rode around for 2 hours to be dropped off at the hospital, basically dead. Okay? Now, with that being said and done, if he rode around for 2 hours and he could have lived if he went straight to the hospital, he didn't want to go to the hospital. He didn't want to go to the hospital because he had warrants, as he said. He figured he could put a band-aid on it and it'd be all right. But no, at the end of the day, he didn't make it. So now that my sister is fighting 60 years for protecting her kids is what the struggle comes in at. First of all, she was denied her witnesses. She was denied her rights. She had a public defender, and you already know public defenders work for the state with the state. And at the end of the day, he didn't give her a chance that he said he had for her. And that's what made it even worse. First of all, she went through a speedy trial, something that I begged her not to do because of this reason right here. But she said the treatment that she was receiving in Vermilion County Jail was deplorable. How the guards treated them like severe, like they were nothing. She said that they talked to them like they was just like not even human. They treated them like they wasn't even human. I remember she called me on the Easter Sunday, 2018, and she was crying. She was crying so bad. She said, I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I said, well, boo, you got to. You know what I'm saying? You got to. You got to stay strong. You gotta work through this. We working through it. She said, I gotta get out this county. I just gotta get out this county. I just gotta get out this county. I hear a lady in the background. She mumbling something, but you could tell that she's in a lot of pain or something. Something is wrong with her. Something's going on. And I kept asking my sister, like, what's going on? What's happening? And she tell me like this lady looked like she having a stroke or something. I'm like, what do you mean? She like her face is falling on one side and she in a lot of pain. And the whole time I could hear the lady in the background saying help her. But it was, when you having a stroke, your speech mess up. I heard the guard say out his mouth, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna shut it the fuck down. 2 days later, the lady was dead. So I can understand my sister wanting to get out of Vermilion County Jail. I can understand that. But the fact that she went through a speedy trial, the state ate her alive. They didn't give her a fighting chance. Anything that she tried to prove her point and her side was denied in the courts. When you get on the stand, you are taking an oath to tell the truth, the whole truth. My sister had every intent to save her children, but she did not intend to go to that scene and shoot and possibly injure or kill anyone. When you have a first-degree murder charge, your first piece of evidence is the intent to kill. She didn't have an intent to kill when she got there. She went there in fear of her life as well as her children's life, knowing who she was going up against. Someone who she's always had police reports and called the police for. This same individual that the police refused to give her the help to protect her and her kids. And because they refused to help her, this is what she's facing now. 60 years. 60. The main witness that stood by my sister and had her back was the girl who viewed the video. They came to the scene to try to defuse the situation. So that means she was there before my sister even got to the scene. She was there about 10 minutes before my sister got to the scene. So it wasn't like my sister had got a phone call and was right there, Jimmy, on the spot. No, that was not the case. Because before all of this was going on, my sister had no knowledge that her kids was in danger. First of all, her friend Ray Ray is the one who had the intentions because she went to the scene to defuse the situation that could have been diffused had it not been that the guy that was shot and possibly and died wasn't intoxicated. She said the night before they was at her house drinking, smoking, popping pills and everything. So you already know when you pop pills, you ain't want to sleep you up. You wide up. So yeah, of course, if it's an altercation, oh yeah, you all with the shits, you with everything. But the fact that it happened, now my sister faced 60 years. Her son was 6 years old when she was sentenced. No, take that back. He was turning 8. He's going to be almost 70 years old when his mother get out of jail for protecting his big brother and his sister. In the laws of our land, America, of all people, I say of all people, that's how y'all do it. But y'all let somebody out here go commit crime after crime after crime, gun charge, then shot somebody, and all this. And y'all gonna get them a slap on the wrist. 10, 15, 20 years. You give my sister 60 years and say that she maliciously came to the scene and killed him. Like he died immediately on the scene. And what was so crazy was when she shot him, how he would have laid there, he would have lived. But the fact that when the police and all that got there, they ain't got no bullet casings, they ain't got no body, they ain't got nothing but a few tiblets of blood drops. And that's it. So how you gonna charge her with first degree murder and then on top of that, y'all don't even have a weapon? Yeah, I said it was first degree murder with an intent to kill. No. See, first degree murder is an intent to kill is when you just walk up on somebody and just shoot them. There was a conversation between my sister and this man before it even happened like that. Had he not sent his guys to go and get those thumpers, see if they'd allow her witness on the stand, the witness would have said that. But seeing as though they tried to under the hearsay law, and the hearsay law say you can't speak ill of the dead, you can't even speak on his name in no bad sense. But at the end of the day, if I couldn't speak upon what happened or what led up to the situation, why are we even talking? Because that means you're not trying to hear my story. You want to hear their story. You believe in their story. You put a witness on the stand, and his witness was the one recording. But the video you showed in court is not the video that she took. The video that she took would incriminate the both of them. But you got her on the stand, though. This girl took a video, a live video on Facebook of the whole incident leading up to him getting shot. But they use a video from somebody from across the street. You got witnesses of incarcerated people. How you really incarcerated and you want a witness stand and you saying something that you did not see? Are you fucking serious? How you gonna say you was there but you seen everything but you was across the street and you heard everything but you across the street? You couldn't have possibly heard everything. But you understand saying you did, and the state's allowing this, and so is the defense. But at the end of the day, the defense wasn't really trying to defend my sister either, because if he was, he would have got off. Now, what public defender you know that really work for the people? Because they the public. No, the public defender work for the state. So that means whatever the state go, the public defender gonna go with it. He ain't gonna try to fight. Why? Because he got to try all these other cases and just give all these other people less freedom. No, that ain't how that should work. At the end of the day, this is all I'm trying to figure out. Why my sister got 60 years? Because 60 years is not that punishable by law. Yeah, okay, I could see a second degree manslaughter. I could see that because he died hours later. How you gonna write his time of death as 2:08 p.m. and he was shot at 12:34? I'm not understanding it. He wasn't taken to the hospital, and then where's the police? Where's the hospital reports? Where's the hospital footage? Where's him being brought to the hospital? Was he brought by ambulance? No, he wasn't brought by ambulance. He was dropped off. And at the end of the day, who was the doctor? Who seen him when he came in? What time did he come in? Where's all those records? The defense want to ask none of that. They weren't trying to ask none of that. It's whatever the state said. I'm irritated by the fact. You know what I'm saying? My sister been gone since April 27th, 2017. And I'm going to say that, but she wasn't booked until May 13th, 2017. She been gone since then. For the past 2 years, I've been going hand over fist trying to find her an attorney, trying to find her help, trying to find her somebody that's going to stand with her. At the end of the day, I consider this a high-profile case. A high-profile case mainly because she's innocent. And they say you are innocent until proven guilty. You didn't prove her guilty of nothing. She wasn't proven guilty of no first-degree murder. And what's crazy is her trial. How you start out with a few black people to end up on the last day with all white people. Where they do that at? I didn't understand that for the life of me. But then you're going to sit here and say that it was fair? No, she was treated very unfair, very unjust. It just wasn't right. Her whole trial was screwed. From the judge to the state's attorney to the public defender, everybody, the assistant state's attorney, Adam Alakhan. This man, obstruction of justice, misconduct. So you mean to tell me that this assistant attorney obstructing justice? Everybody know that obstructing justice is punishable by law up to 3 years in prison, right? Why this man wasn't charged? But obstructing justice meaning you will say and do anything to get your win, that's what they did with my sister case. They looked at it as a high profile case, and the state's got a win of a first degree. That's all they wanted was a conviction, and they got it. They got it. No matter however they got it, they got it. And by this man being investigated for obstructing justice and misconduct in the court of law, you mean to tell me he tried my sister, but then turn around in that August and quit? You quit your job? What you quit for? Because you guilty. They were investigating you and you're guilty. And then the state's attorney, Jacqueline Lacey. Oh, yeah. She was in on it too. While she telling reporters that she knew nothing of whatever he was doing. No, you was down with the shit since she was probably the one that put him up to it. And he was the fall guy. And then you got the judge. Really? The judge was known for sending every black person that come in her courtroom basically to life in jail, basically. Why is it that every black person that come in your courtroom get higher time for the same crime of a white person? My sister told me that I could have fell out. How a white woman coming there convicted of killing a black man, her daughter's baby father or something like that, for hitting her. This lady kills this man. 20 years? Y'all got a weapon, a confession, 20 years for killing a black man. And she could walk in 10. But you get my sister 60 at 100%. That don't sound right to me. Where's the justice in that? I don't get it. But I want to do a podcast. I want to do something that's going to bring attention to this and bring awareness to what's really going on in the judicial system. It's a lot of injustice that's going on in damn near every courtroom all across this country when it comes down to equal rights and our rights as U.S. citizens, as African American women and men. We're being basically bamboozled when it comes to this system. Once you're in the system takes control of everything. It takes you away from everything. It puts you in a position where as though you either fight or flight. And I'm quite sure a lot of you all have heard when 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 I can't even get it out. It's just so much that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Just so much is going on with this. I got a file on my sister's case, her trial, about that thick. When I say I read this like Bible because I want to know everything that played out in her trial to the point where as though I'm basically putting myself in the seat, sitting there watching this with my own eyes, making me want to say why I didn't go back to school to continue my law degree. Because ain't no way I would have sat in the courtroom and allowed the state to ridicule my sister the way they did, to not allow her witnesses. Didn't give up, and then said that we reached out to the witness. No, y'all didn't. When we went to court on October the 8th of 2018 for her sentencing, and the witness that was actually there on the scene that told her part of what was going on, not to put it out there, but to put it on record because we were there for her sentencing, not for the trial. So the questions that the lawyer was asking the witness basically wasn't to say that, yeah, this is what happened and this what happened and all this didn't happen. It was basically to say that she knew the victim, that she grew up with the victim, that she was aware of what went on that day, and the fact to make it look and make the state look stupid when told, were you ever contacted to appear on a trial? No, I was not. They never contacted me. The detective such and such had all of my information. He knew my information about me in Chicago and Danville. He knew how to contact me, and no, I was not contacted at no point during her trial. I didn't know nothing about her trial. The state was livid. And I believe that's what gave her that 60 at 100% because not only was the state pissed off, the judge was too. Because, see, she went to trial with a public defender, but she came to sentencing with a lawyer. Oh, they hated that. They didn't like that. Them white folks up in their faces was red as shit. Now, I was there the day of sentencing because I wanted to be there to support my sister or whatever they gave her. But I was not looking for a 60 to 100%. I was not looking for that. You might as well have told me that I was looking at my sister in the morgue. Like, for real. It really put me in a place where I wanted to just fucking explode in that courtroom. While I'm sitting there watching this video of the incident that they took and showed in court to prove my sister's guilt was bullshit. From me watching that video and from the testimonies and the statements made during her trial about this video, when I say I was so mad, how dare you? Ah, mm, but this is what's on my mind. I gotta get my sister out that place. That's the place she don't belong. Jail is not for us. But that's one place I will go for my kids, though. I would definitely do time. I would definitely do time. I'll do time and I'll lay down. For my kids, I would definitely do that. Ain't no time you finna tell me that a parent not supposed to protect their kids. Parents supposed to take their child back. every cost. That's what parents do. You couldn't go to a dog after she just spit out 6 puppies and pick up one of them puppies and she ain't tearing your ass off. You feel me? In a while. You ain't gonna run up on no bear that just gave birth to a damn cub and try to take that cub. That chew your ass off. So why is it that when the human race protect their child? Because there's laws in place. But if the laws was made to protect us, and when we call for protection, that little we serve and protect shit that they say, what a protection part at? Because y'all quick to serve a motherfucker, whether it's death or life in prison. Like, I don't understand it. If the laws was made to protect us as human beings and have rights as human beings, why is it that when we need that help or when we need that protection, we can't get it? How they do the residents in Danville is crazy, and especially where she was living. It's a project, just like any other project in any other city. You would expect things to happen, but you also expect for the law to want to be there to protect you when you need protection. They wasn't there. So when she took it upon herself to protect herself, she don't want to get blamed for it. I understand that. I don't see how that works. You don't allow a person to tell a truth, but you want everybody to feel some type of way. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. I'm not going, because at the end of the day, it's it's the principle behind it. Like, you got to look at shit for what it really is. You just can't make it out what you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it for what it is. And at the end of the day, the laws and how they make them out here are one way. They bias as hell, and they one way. They don't work for everybody. If you don't know your rights as a citizen, you better know them. You better know them, because if you don't, the system will take over. They love a dummy. So when they come down to fighting the laws and going to court and doing all this, be prepared to fight the laws, because these laws are not made for our skin. It's not. That's just proven right there. Every black person that came across the Marion County courts, the highest rate of incarceration. Like, serious? When I seen that, it's like a 90%. It's what it say, like 89, 90% incarceration. 90, what was it? 90% conviction of African American in Vermilion County. 90%. That means any black person that come through Danville courts in Vermilion County, y'all doing time. Just know that. And that's crazy. And it shouldn't be. But that's all I'm going to give y'all right now. Check me out. Subscribe. I'll be coming back. Podcast jumping off. Hot topics. Check me out, y'all. It's Miss Scandalous right here. You see me. Right. But yeah. Get back at me, y'all. Thanks, YouTube.